Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 with me, Get Daved. Brought to you by Loading Screens. So, I think we have a prototype swoop accelerator and we should return it so that we can participate in a drag race.
You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you?
Yep.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it.
Yeah.
The race is tomorrow.
What do you mean by
mechanics
that?
Need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
You better come through.
Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hiddenbeck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that.
Still not certain that's a privilege.
I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you won't stand a chance.
It will be your
Daddy,
first
you can't be
race.
serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rook.
Ugh. Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator is unstable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. Can't ask
okay.
one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can
Seems
complete the
legit.
job before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Bex. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
You know what? That's great.
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles.
Actually, you just kind of got me to do a bunch of free labor, and screw you is the short version. Let's
you can
do
stay
this.
here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding.
That's not a big
I've
deal,
got
I'm
good
sure.
instincts, and you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
This is kind of what offends me about, like, a lot of, like, not like Rocky, but for, like, a lot of sports movies, or, like, I don't know, any movie where a person, like, is taking on the champ. It takes more than talent. Once you reach a certain level of elite company, everyone is hyper talented. You really just need to put in your practice time. Yeah, no, let's do it. Let's just get to the racing. That's fine. Go talk to the race announcer. Alright, let's do it. Don't worry about the prototype overheating. Alright, good to know. I'm gonna hit the old quick save, just in case, because we're, you know, playing a pretty old game here. It's a pretty crazy recording setup. Who your sponsor is. Alright. Thanks for just calling them Volcars. All Volcars are bad. Alright. What's the time to beat? 38:43. Now I'm pretty sure I remember. Oh yeah, that was Bastila over there. I'm pretty sure I remember how to do this. Left click the mouse. Yep. Alright, feels good, feels good. Uh-oh. Well, we're not going to have a record time, that's for sure. How's the frame rate? I can't look at the monitor right now. You actually don't want to race your best race right at the beginning? Ah! Which is good, because we're not. Oh, wow. I raced pretty poorly and still killed the time. Like, you can do it in 21. Yay, fist pump. This is amazing. See, that just would not happen. You would die. Look at the board. Oh, red roast. Alright, let's do it again. Now let's check out the prize, which, by the way, now that she's here, we could just start killing people. I mean, there's one guard. Members of both gangs. It's not a big deal. I could take them all in a fight. I do like this guy. I don't know what aliens these are, but I enjoy them in general. I like the way they talk. Alright, I'm not sure what time I'm supposed to beat. Usually it's just a little faster than yours. Alright, let's do this properly now. Oh, missed one. Room for improvement there. Alright, I'm reasonably happy with that, and we can improve on it if we need to. Yeah, yay! There we go. Get Dave! Hey, thanks, gang.
People, hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize,
Asif
there
Manvi?
is something you must know. The winning rider cheated.
You better
Your
not
swoop
cheat me
was
back.
using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage.
Yo, it's a
Because of this
mechanical
hidden
sport.
Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulca's share of the victory prize.
Well, time to kill everyone. All our most sacred traditions. Oh, I'm sure he cares.
Fool! Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brezhik.
Oh, she's fine. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but she does not look badass after being captured and imprisoned.
How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brezhik.
It worked for like a
Instead, you
week.
won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
Alright, well, I don't have to feel bad about fighting now. Alright, let's stab him in the back while he fights someone else. Hey, he hit me. Good for you, Brezhik. Alright, he thinks Bastila is the greater threat, and he's probably right. There we are. I'm pretty sure they take a penalty if they're engaged in a fight with someone else, and if they don't, that's silly. I've always found it much more difficult to duel two opponents at a time rather than just one. There we are. I was just about to say, what's his defense? And pillage. Double-bladed lightsaber, thank you very much. And an armband and some gloves. Got some good stuff. Alright.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulcans will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure.
Given everything in the plot, I think she would have recognized me a lot faster. How did you end up racing for one of the... it is a long story.
Well, we don't have time for it now. We
Yeah,
have
I
to get out
know.
of here before the Sith show up to
You're the one who
surprise us.
asked.
Is there somewhere safe we can go? Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race?
Yes, you were literally
As far
in a
as that goes,
cage.
This is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you.
I killed everyone.
I would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
Okay, so what they're trying to do is establish conflict with a potential love interest, and then we can resolve it later to bring us closer together than ever. Yeah. Yep.
Carth Onasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Carth is one of the Republic's best soldiers.
Uh-oh.
He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me.
Oh no, we don't save you.
Arth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still tend to act a bit rashly sometimes.
Yeah,
Please take me to
you're a bit of a
Carth.
jerk.
Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
Yeah, you know what? Humility's over. Oh my goodness.
You cannot win, Revan.
A flashback of what happened with Darth Revan. So Bastila was the super Jedi that helped capture him.
Bastila,
Or
you're
kill
alive.
him.
Finally, things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out
Whatever.
a way to get off this planet.
Take care of
What was
him.
the plan to get off Taris?
Looks like
doing
more
all this time?
a Sith ship fired on it, and she just kind of was the person who lived. The girl who lived. So yeah, the real story is maybe she's not such a super Jedi after all, but she does still have the battle meds. I'm sorry, battle meditation. I'll never do it again. What have we been doing all this trying rescue you?
I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly.
I highly doubt
Escape
that.
from Taris will go more smoothly than when you rescue
I've
me.
had people like you as
I know you're new
managers.
at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Carth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle
y'all got
meditation
captured.
ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader.
Or a good co-worker.
Listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
Yeah, he's right. See, I mean, I could try playing mediator, but yeah,
You know, I
he's
had my
right.
doubts about this mission, but I figured the Jedi Council wouldn't put you in charge if you weren't prepared. But here you are, acting like a spoiled child.
I see. It's true that I don't have much military experience. Perhaps I should not be so quick to judge.
Or speak.
Very well, Carth. What do you suggest we do?
There we
First
are.
off, we can't get
can't
hung up
believe
on
I'm saying
losing
Karth's the
charge.
guy we should
all
listen
need
to.
to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there. We just have to find it.
Well said, Carth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Volkers, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith.
Alright.
I think we'll need some help getting off Terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. Something weird happened.
As you wish. We should move on then. We won't get off Terrace just sitting here.
Just kidding, I bottled it up inside. They're gonna make me talk to her anyway, aren't
How
they?
can I help?
You want? I really want to know.
I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taris. I'm curious as to what you and Carth were doing before we all joined forces.
We did a lot of hanging out in cantinas, to be honest.
Yes, I realize that, of course. But surely there was more to it than a simple search. I doubt there were flashing signs pointing you in my direction. Yet somehow you found me. You also avoided detection by the Sith, discovered I was a Vulca prisoner, gained sponsorship for the race, and became the Taris Swoop champion. That's quite a resume.
I also became a different sort of champion in a death match. I'm gonna be a great Jedi. Yeah, defer to the teammates. Well, factually, we did have a lot of help.
Your modesty is admirable.
Money.
But though others helped, you were the catalyst for these events. When you
Regular
returned to join
fifth
this
business
mission,
right
not
now.
Any of us expected this much from you.
Give yourself 1,000 literary Get Dave points if you caught that reference. It's a book by Robertson Davies. Yeah, I don't have magical power. Star Wars is more interesting when the mortals are doing stuff rather than the
There are
gods.
some individuals outside the Jedi Order that we consider Force sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success.
I'm in a simulated world custom designed to make me fulfill a power fantasy?
Well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training. But as it is... I'm sorry. I've overstepped my authority. I'm speaking of things that are best left to the Jedi Council.
Yeah, those
Now,
people who sit back and do
the
nothing.
fact that you're gifted. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way off this planet.
We actually have a bit of a dilemma based on our skill distribution, although we might be able to fix it. Computer use and repair are both pretty useful. And we have a giant hole there, and then there's a lot of redundant skills between us and mission. Anyway, I'm just mentioning that. No reason. We have a lightsaber for Bastila, no other crystals. So I've read a small number of Star Wars books ever. I occasionally reference them. Right, we're not going to upgrade that. We're going to upgrade this one. 5 to 10, not too shabby. Alright. And in the Shadows of the Empire book, there's mention of lightsabers having up to 3 crystals when Luke is making his between episode 5 and 6. Anyway, I guess that, as far as I know, that's where the idea came from and it stuck. Or maybe, you know, the author of that one referenced something else. But whatever. Let's talk to Karth.
Some more, is that it?
No, we were really getting along well. We were unified against a common opponent in the last conversation. Yeah.
So I've seen. If I were Malik, I'd be a bit nervous to have you on my tail.
Hey, thanks,
Just
buddy.
Don't trust easily, and for good reasons, which are my own.
Yeah, you said we have to work together.
Damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I?
Nor will
why
I.
I don't trust anyone. Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was
Well, hopefully you can serve in them
when they
again.
turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
Ugh, you know, they're not the most trustworthy posse. It actually got worse in the prequels. I'll talk about this later. I got a rant to go on. But anyway, like Obi-Wan kind of fudged the truth a little bit, but I had no problem with that. Boy asks you what happened to his father. I mean, you're going to tell an 18-year-old at a very delicate stage in his life was like, oh, your dad's an asshole. Actually, your dad's kind of Hitler. It's like, you can't. That's not an easy thing to do. All right.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined their cause. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
Yeah, he seems in on that.
I know. And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. Let's just-
Yet.
No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, and fine. Let's just talk to the whole crew. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll respect his privacy. I'm not going to say something manipulative. Oh, you don't trust me then? Sure. Let's talk about your bro.
Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. We're ready to roll. Honestly, probably a pretty terrible idea to have Bastila running around, so we're gonna go for it. And yeah, we'll change up the posse. We'll get Karth out here again. Oh, Bastila's been spotted. Yeah, I'm famous. That'll help. Yeah. Canderous Ordo. Oh, if you change that D to a C. Wah, wah. Alright, let's go check it out. But Candor is good. Alright. You know, honestly, patience is a really helpful virtue for a Mandalorian. I've got a friend, Talman, who has been featured in some videos, particularly around Extra Life. I think he's coming around again this year. My goodness, like, I've done some late night, sort of like paintball stuff, or you know, laser tag or Nerf darts. Anyway, like late night war games is what I'm trying to say. And he is willing to lie face down in the dirt for a remarkable amount of time just to shoot you in the back. Like, it could be 2 a.m. Most people would bail on lying face down in the dirt. Not him. Committed to the bit. Alright, with Bastila, it seems weird to me that she has a high charisma modifier, but anyway. Yeah, they're going to go wisdom to enhance it. I mean, I just want to get the even point out of it so the modifier goes up. Yeah, she's only really good at... well... I don't know. That's fine. I'm not going to fret too much about this. Alright, so she has a slight light side alignment. So... light side powers get a little bit cheaper, and the more light side you are, the more cheaper they get. Here's the thing that you need to know. Force speed is by far the most important ability in the entire game, the end. There's not really much else to it. So if it's red, it's a offensive power, and a lot of them are dark side. And then blue is light side of the force or neutral, basically. Physical attributes. See, honestly, like, Cure and Force Speed are the ones I care the most about. Force Shield's pretty good. What do you recommend? Stun Droid, okay. Actually, and Stasis slash Stun and that whole chain is really good as well, which is like the light side attack power, which freezes things, and it's really quite good. Nope, Cure. Too useful. Jedi always get force powers every level up, at least one. If you go with like a Consular class or something like that, you'll get 2. Disable droid. Yeah, she's already got stun. So Stasis Field is like the ultimate light side attack power, and it will freeze everything in a cluster, and that's ridiculous. Where we're going, though.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Well, we're going to want to be able to mass up some droids. Alright, let's run to the cantina. Oh, hey, remains, everybody. We've got a little bit of a walk, so I'll do the rant now. Back before the Star Wars prequels came out, like, they defined a whole bunch of stuff about the Jedi Order that was ambiguous. Like, I remember before it came out, we didn't know that they all wore those robes. Like, I assumed Obi-Wan Kenobi wore the robes he did because he lived in a desert, for example. And, you know, there was one throwaway line like, oh, he's too old to begin the training, but we didn't know that they, like, took children from their parents at a young age and raised them to never love or, like, have close emotional relationships. Like, that's pretty messed up. Was it this cantina? I think he said Javiar's cantina. Well, it's going to give us more of a jog. Guess that makes sense. We're trying to do something kind of secret. Anyway, a lot of this stuff is more flexible. Because, like, a lot of the time, people will say, like, okay, I know how to fix the Star Wars prequels. We just take out Jar Jar Binks. But, like, without those 3 movies in place, you can redefine an awful lot. Like, the impression I got, for example, was that Jedi Knights weren't like these privileged, creepy, religious a-holes that had like this seat of privilege in the galactic capital.
I was wondering,
We'll get there in a minute.
Those Vulkars managed to capture a famous Jedi like you. Or were you knocked out when your escape pod crashed?
No, I was conscious. But my force powers were exhausted from using my battle meditation in the battle for the Ender Spire. Without my help, you might have never gotten off the ship alive.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen you Jedi in action. There's no way those thugs could have stood a chance against your lightsaber.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I couldn't find it after the crash. I looked everywhere in that pod. The Vulkars came and overwhelmed me even as I was searching for my weapon.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You lost your lightsaber? I mean, isn't that a violation of some kind of Jedi code or something?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do a little ribbing.
Matter. During the crash, my lightsaber must have... It must have fallen from my belt and rolled under my seat. The Vulkars probably found it there when they searched the wreckage.
Yeah,
Hey,
seems right.
Don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of a legendary Jedi losing her lightsaber. Take my advice. This is one detail you might want to keep out of the history texts.
And
I
screenshot.
consider myself a legend calf. Though I will consider your advice when I relate these events to the Jedi Council. There is no need for them to know every detail of what transpired.
Especially one that would make you learn the valuable lesson of humility. Anyway, the Jedi as they were depicted in the prequel trilogy, like, they were a lot less cool than I thought they would be. The impression I got from, watching A New Hope was that they would go to, like...
Bastila, did you ever think about running all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan and Malak?
I regret bringing you to.
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested itself.
Like, this stuff should be going
Then I
while
had
we
the
walk.
wisdom to obey the will of the council. Unlike Revan.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? Would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the council. Your republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the masters saw beyond the immediate threat. There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi. Had the council sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians...
Those seem
conquer
completely
us?
unrelated.
I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
We did not abandon you, but the council were not about to throw lives away foolishly.
Well, ours
In
anyway.
time, we would have aided you against the Mandalorians, but you couldn't wait. Revan and
No.
Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom.
That's right. Compassion's for losers.
Around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would be speaking Mandalorian. I think we're done here. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I'm with you, Karth. If you're getting invaded, don't go AWOL. Anyway, I got the impression that Jedi would go to, like, the worst, nastiest, most terrible places where there was the most injustice, and they'd just go there and try sticking up for the little guy. Like, they were sort of... It was a Western, and they were the cowboy in the white hat, and that's what, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi looked like, where he'd, like... He's like, yeah, I'm going to a bar. That's Bastila going into the elevator. Don't worry, she's got papers. Yeah, you'd go to a bar, go to seedy places, like, more like... Not quite film noir-ish, but, people who understood evil and understood how to fight it and resist it. Anyway, they all kind of got neutered, and I never really cared for it. And I'd just rip all that apart if I were redoing it. Rather than making it like Hogwarts without the fun or charm or ethics. Alright, Canderous, where are you? We've had a good talk. Hold in. Uh-oh. This is gonna be pretty awesome if I walk to the wrong cantina the whole time. Fine, I'll check the log instead of ranting. Well, the important thing is next time we're gonna talk to Canderous and advance the plot. I'll see you there, everyone.